It's always interesting to me when I have listings. I have a few listings right now, and I'm getting what we call sign calls. So that is where, potential buyers are seeing that home online, and they're calling me, the listing agent, direct. And it's always interesting to me that I get these calls because people will say, "Oh, I only deal with listing agents," or "I want to deal with listing agents," But because, and I ask them, "Well, why?" And the reality is, a lot of people think out there, buyers, that if they deal with the listing agent, they're going to get the house cheaper because there's going to be a deal on the commission. No, let me dispel that myth. I'm just going to make double the commission. There's two sides to every commission. There's a cooperating or a buyer's agent side, and then there's a listing agent side of the commission. And if you come as a buyer and buy a house direct through me, I just get both sides. That's it. And rightfully I should, because I'm dealing not only with the buyers, I'm managing the buyers in that part of the transaction, but I'm also managing the listing agent, or sorry, the listing portion of that deal and that part of the transaction. So it's like if you're a contractor and you invite a contractor into your house and you say, I'm going to hire you to do a kitchen, they don't throw the bathroom in for free. Right? The bathroom is, again, it's another job, another cost. It's like, if you're paving my driveway, well, I don't expect you to landscape my backyard as a cost included. And real estate is no different, right? You have a lawyer working on your transaction for your house. You close two houses, you get two bills, right? And that's the way it works. So, I want to dispel that myth that, by dealing with a listing agent that you actually, will get a break on the house because the sellers are going to pay less commission. No, it just means the real estate agent makes more commission. And the other part of this that I don't think a lot of buyers understand is that when you're dealing with a listing agent, as a listing agent, I work for the seller. It's my job to get the seller the most amount of money possible. And as a buyer, and when I'm working with buyers, it's my job to get them the best deal possible, which usually is the least amount of money possible. So the two don't mix. They just, it's like oil and water, right? So you can't, as a listing agent, you can't represent both sides. So, the other part of it is that when I'm acting as a listing agent for somebody, when that buyer comes to me, anything they tell me is not confidential. It's my job. I have a confidentiality agreement with the seller, but in that case, not with the buyer. So everything I tell that, or everything that buyer tells me, I'm obligated to tell my seller, because if it's going to make or break the deal for them, right? So yeah, I just want to throw that caution out there today that when you're dealing with listing agents, as a buyer, that's just one thing you have to know. And oftentimes when I do get these calls from sign calls from buyers, I'll say, there's another couple properties in the area. Do you want me to show this to you? No, we've already called those agents. Again, same thing. You're dealing with somebody who works directly for the seller and who has the seller's best interest in mind, not yours. Let me know what you think about that in the comments.